long time, and when you look at the names inside the top 10, there is no doubt about their resume and potential to make college basketball at the next level.
And we welcome those of you joining us here on ESPN now from one basketball hot.
Bear can win to that.
It was 26 years ago, Carlos put up 22 and 11 in a win in the McDonald's game. This game starts with a dunk by DiBanza.
And
Tremendous as a former pro and college player.
Cameron's twin brother Caden will come off the bench for the East. Starting lineup here, Acuff's the #1 point. Brown's the #2 point guard in the class. Behind Acuff, Peterson, electric, #2 player, headed to Kansas. And there is Brown all the way to the cup.
There are recognizes where it's the best situation for him to go in and have immediate success.
Sinak's the top big in the class. Of course, a modern big, so skilled, and he hits over right by the 7-footer.
Chris Sinak catching the basketball, showing his ability to go off the bounce, but also the turnaround, and he is elitely.
DiBanza's pass intercepted by Mullins. The no-look to Ament. Boozer with a bump. And he picks up the trash.
I tell you what, I got to give my
DJ Edgecombe, Trey Johnson in terms of competitiveness. And you think the year before, Ron Holland, Isaiah Collier, that group played really hard.
You can't forget about DJ Wagner, who showed up big time at the end of that game as we see A.J. DiBanza.
Check out A.J. DiBanza. Behind the three-point line, gets nice and low. Beautiful body control, eyes are up.
And an elite scorer, the best scorer in the class. And when you consider saying that ahead of Darryn Peterson, you're talking about two elite guys that can put the ball in the bucket.
And these three elites aboard.
Sinak already with 3 personal fouls, by the way. Peterson, the follow slam.
Contest, he made it clear. He's a game dunker. He doesn't have tricks, but he can absolutely make it count when it matters most between the 4 lines when we're competing.
Elijah Arenas, son of Gilbert Arenas, missed the 3. Offensive board, and the flip is good for the West. And Malik Thomas headed to Armas.
That's what makes him special. He can play with the ball in his hands, or he can play without.
Laser pass from Caden Boozer, and the 3 ball goes down. Trey McKinney. The back tap, Sean Abaye for 3. Give it to him.
And be able to push the lead out to 5, and you see that they come off the bench with a competitive nature.
Oh, a blur to the rim. Braden.
Read about him. I said, hey, Coach, you do realize now he can be a primary ball handler. You've got 2 on the floor with Harrelson and, of course, Caden Boozer, who attacks the rim.
And it spins in for Caden Boozer.
Now he can score.
And Caden Boozer attacking the rim. The nice finish, uses every part of the rim.
3-pointer off the mark. Nico Bundalo hammers it home.
And with the opportunity to play here in the McDonald's game.
As athletic as you will find in a big man at 6'11".
Abaye, smooth stroke from the lefty. His second 3.
He is a
Fires. Here's Malik Thomas, the Pittsburgh native. Top 10 player in the class going to Arkansas. Thomas hits. That's a triple.
To drop down.
And on the other side, Malik Thomas lines it up, knocks it down. Arkansas sting.
Malik, another one of those elite scorers that you have in this game, going to be a dynamic backcourt, which when you think about he and Acuff together. But how about Caden Boozer off to a great start? Another big guard for John Shire coming to Duke.
Bundalo trying to follow his own miss, and he does. 48th annual McDonald's All-American Games here in Brooklyn. East up by 3. Darius Acuff missed the floater. Peterson ahead of the pack for the slam.
And the nice hit ahead by
his athleticism and skill combined. You see Brown with the outlet pass. Peterson taking off. Michael Brown.
So maybe it will happen for about 9 months for the most part, but he will have immediate impact once he steps on campus.
Oh, Cam Boozer all the way to the rack.
He has that type of athletic ability.
This looks like Carlos here going with the left-hand dunk.
That's what makes him special, along with his passing ability.
But I love the way he goes in there and dunks with the left hand, stunting like his daddy used to. That's a Carlos Boozer type move.
Now DiBanza with the 4 for 2.
You talk about operating in tight spaces. A.J. DeBonsa, the nice Euro and the finish.
A Hall of Fame there as a basketball player.
Oh, DeBonsa met by Ribe at the rim. Yesufu takes it away. Clear the runway for Tunde Yesufu.
And Tunde Yesufu coming up, great anticipation, and then getting his first bucket of the game in dramatic fashion.
Tunde Yesufu, originally from Benin, Kristanak Jr. and others.
How about Caleb Wilson doing the job defensively?
Brown to Peterson for three. Yes, sir. And that led to the three by Darryn Peterson. Boy, he could a decade ago.
Darius Garland with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, Cade Cunningham, #1 pick for Detroit. And BB just mentioned SGA, who will be the MVP this year. His A-Cup gets another bucket.
On 2 for A-Cup.
Shot up from Caz Tech to IMG. A Detroit bucket maker. Knows how to create space.
Boozer on the move. A-Cup back to Boozer for the deuce.
He's learned how to respond to adversity much better. And give Sean McAloon a lot of credit for that at IMG.
Kelvin Sampson loved that steal by Harwell. Almost taken away by Yesufu, but it goes in eventually. Off the make. Bonsa soaring to the top floor. Bonsa, #1 with a bullet for very good reason. And we'll talk to his dad.
You see him competing against the best players in the country tonight.
You know, just go out there and have fun. That's all.
Sounds like a good...
Because he realized he's going to make a lot of money, Ted, playing this game.
He's going to make a lot of money next year at BYU. And so NIL deal for a college basketball player ever coming his way next season at BYU. Braden Burry's no Hymenia with Durant. A.J. DeBonsa's favorite player. Kevin Young coached him in Phoenix. Yesufu off balance. And the tip in.
Great rebound by Yesufu.
A nice look ahead as well. Great find, great hands by Bundalo. All-American game. Tunde Yesufu finding Nicola Bundalo ahead for the in his career has been Russell Westbrook. Team, why not?
Yesufu the steal, the hit ahead. Two Marys.
Easy bucket. And then once again, Yesufu to Burries. As
Abayev on the move, cut off by Burries. Leaving it for Caden Boozer. And Yesufu steps in front. Yesufu, tomahawk.
And doing the job defensively, getting a hand in the passing lane, turning defense into offense, BB.
Nobody in this game plays with more energy than Tunde Yesufu, and very rare. His assist-to-turnover ratio is close to 5-to-1 this year in high school.
I mean, it should be. He's playing with a guy he's got intuition with. I mean, throw it to your brother every time.
He's the acrobatic.
And a great cut by Bird. You don't see a lot of good cuts in an All-Star game, but we've seen a number here today.
Shot clock turned off. Final seconds. Abayev pulls up and connects. West finished the first half on a 14-2 run. By the way, the East has won 4 straight games. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to that. Zay Harwell.
Role of guarding A.J. DeBonsa on the defensive end. Knocks down the first 3.
And Kristanak Jr. is... A touch for Sanak against the smaller A-Cup. And Sanak.
Footwork and touch for a guy who's 6'10", an excellent athlete. He opened the eyes of NBA scouts during practice this week.
Made minutes and I open.
About 6'10", 2 excellent outside shooters. He may have better handle than Michael Porter at the same stage. Gets a little crafty around the back. Peterson is a scorer, not so much a shooter.
Harwell couldn't hit. Amen. On the offensive glass. Tip in by...
Attacking the offensive glass. How often do you see this in an All-Star game? Guys going after it, looking for extra opportunity.
And another crack at it for the West. Sanak for 3.
And that's Chris Sanak talking about every rebound.
Peterson, too strong. Sanak has 7 points in the quarter.
And of course, he's got to learn defense by Kelvin Sampson first.
Harwell sprays it to A-Cuff, and he drills the 3.
I tell you what, Zay Harwell has been a great addition to the starting unit. of the East team in this second half.
Gamboza. Soaring All-American game.
Zay Harwell coming in from the weak side. The two
now. He had to wait about 16 months to get back on the court, and he looks terrific.
And he said Houston consistently recruited him throughout. They wanted him no matter what. Oh, Cameron Boozer wrecking the rim.
But how about the play by Nate? We've seen a lot of box outs in this game. That's the one thing we haven't seen. We've seen a number of strong finish ahead, allowing him to be able to get the easy finish.
Watching this game and practices and watching this class for 4 years, Corey, it's a great group of passers. The player wants to pound it everywhere and over dribble. These guys understand when somebody's open to give it up.
They caught the no look. Harwell got another three.
That's a beautiful find from.
They're going to be gone from Duke next season. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for the Boozers.
Swing it. Harwell, his third triple.
Deliver the knockout blow. 3 threes for him in this third quarter alone. He has been the star of this second half. You know, the game imitates what's at the top. And when you look at the NBA, there's so many great passers in the game now. So this is what these young players watch. And they want to play like the best players in the game that are playmakers. That's the
for the East.
Speaking about playmakers, Corey, in the post, he is a low post threat to score. Gets to his jump hook with his left hand.
High school in Kentucky to its first state championship Saturday night at Rupp Arena. The last player alive. Oh, Jimenez in transition. Flip it in plus the foul.
Rim able to finish, getting out in transition, and he knows that Harrelson's going to reach for the basketball. Does a great job of hiding it, protecting it.
Kick it. Harrelson missed the three. Offensive rebound, Adams. Moreno back on the block. Kenny reverses it.
And it hadn't practiced or anything. He won a state championship on Saturday and was in the scrimmage, really the MVP of the scrimmage.
Oh, Elijah Arenas.
The bloodlines run strong with Elijah Arenas.
Look at Yesufu trying to gather it, and the follow.
The ability to shoot it off a pick and roll behind the three-point line.
Arenas headed to USC. Oh, give it to him.
In games in high school, he makes the substitutions, and Elijah Arenas sizes it up, knocks it 10 in the junior class. He went to the senior class and stayed inside the top 20. That's hard to do.
Nico Bundalo
Sees the defender backing up. Nico Bundalo running the floor. Great hand.
Burris is more of a combo, PB. You think he's going to be a guy that plays with the ball in his hands more than he will be a shooting guard?
No, I think he's a combo guard, but for
third. Bundalo got it back, and no, Yesufu didn't cut. It's a steal. And a slam for Jalen Harrelson.
Nice find, the kick ahead. Great job defensively by Caden Boozer.
Part about playing with him in this game.
I think just sharing the court with him against other great players, you know, you always want to compete as a competitor, and being able to see my brother shine and being able to shine together is amazing.
East, you guys are within 2.
I'll defend and get open looks.
Let's go.
Thank you.
So Zay Harwell just knocked another one down. He's got all 13 of his points in the second half. Count that, and the foul.
The bucket on one end, attacking the rim, challenging Mullins, and able to finish with the opposite hand, going off glass with the...
Sean Abayev against Wilson. Taken away, Darryn Peterson to the rack.
you got to love the defense by Caleb.
Goes to his right. Look at AJ getting there, knocking the basketball away, getting that to Darryn Peterson. It's 3 different guys.
Harrelson wants to post up.
Instead, Mullins on the drive. Over deep, bounce and he finishes.
Running, but great offense beats good defense each and every time.
You know, he was out for about a couple of months in Indiana with a fractured hairline fracture. Got back on the court, had a great sprint
to the east. Abayev on the drive against Sanak. Wilson the steal. Ahead to Darryn Peterson, who is a
He got the foul on that one, as you see Caleb Wilson with the great pass to lead Darryn Peterson into the dunk.
Dubonta and Peterson remain on the floor. Blake Thomas has joined him along with Arenas and Sanak. Oh, Darryn Peterson.
They throw it, went back to get it. Darryn Peterson right to the rack.
Adams lets it fly. And Harrelson wasn't
Prince of glass, he'll defend, play make. It's going to help Notre Dame a lot next season as a freshman.
Elijah Arenas in transition. He lets it go. He's already on his way back down the floor. He knows times throughout his career.
Three-time All-Star Gilbert Arenas. Cam Boozer.
And tonight it's all about Cameron. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. Great economy of motion.
Athlete, just like his brothers are about to be.
And CC couldn't be happier. Talk with her pregame, having Kamani beside her, watching her twin boys play. She's in a great spot. And of course, loving
Peterson. Oh, rejected by Cam Boozer. A-Cup pulls up for 3. And Moreno. 3 in white, #1 player in the class, as well as Darryn Peterson, who's going to Kansas. Tunde Yesufu as well on his way to Baylor, and Yesufu now. Cam Boozer trying to establish position. Well, has been hot all second half.
to make sure he listens to her more than she listens to him.
To the shoots, and Knack. Amenia with the follow. It drops with a foul.
Play for him. He understands how to space the floor or attack the glass. In that second effort out of Harvard Westlake.
Boozer came up with another rebound. Twin brother Caden, boy, Boozer's on the floor together here, and Amen strokes the three.
When you look at what he's done against college competition, and again, and I love AJ, nothing against AJ, but AJ hasn't done what Cooper has done against college competition. You're talking.
Wouldn't you love to have that decision?
No, I don't want that decision. I like having AJ in the following class. They can both be the #1 pick.
Oh, Arenas.
Sideline, watching their sons fulfill their dream, and more importantly, their sons' dreams, not theirs.
AJ DeBonsa, the kid.
Carlos, as parents, you see them watching the game, cheering on their sons. They're not coaching their sons. They're not yelling at the officials. It's a great lesson for parents that are a little obsessive with their kids.
And that does it. Yeah, Carlos, smile on his face, of course. His sons come up.
The McDonald's All-American kids played. They played team basketball. A lot of star power in this game. A lot of gifted talent going to the college game.
We're going to see a lot more from Peterson, Boozer, the rest.